The West African Regional Bloc, Ecowas, will hold an emergency summit on Thursday to address the military takeover in Niger. The military junta has cited persistent insecurity as its main justification for seizing power. Our correspondent CGTN's Ajeck Mangut will give us the details.
Military takeovers of governments have been commonplace in West Africa for decades. Political analysts say the coups have been caused by a multitude of factors.
There is, flawed elections all across Africa. We just had an election in Sierra Leone that is as disputed as that of Nigeria. Look at what is going on in Kenya. So, flawed election is one of those variables. Economic, hardship also is one of them. Corruption also provide a fertile ground for then insecurity. The moment people are insecure, they feel that they are helpless under a democratic government. The next thing is to look in the direction of the military for survival.
4 countries in the 15-member regional bloc, the Economic Community of West African States, are being ruled by the military. The governments of Mali, Burkina Faso, Guinea and Niger have been overthrown by the military, with an attempted coup in Guinea-Bissau reported last year. The military blames the democratically elected governments for the problems in the country, including the prevalence of armed groups linked to Al-Qaeda and ISIS. But security experts say that is often not the case, because the challenges they cited for toppling civilian governments often remain.
The countries that have experienced military takeover, have they fared better? Are we going to say today that insurgents or terrorists are absent in Mali? Have they been able to contain the menace in Mali or in Burkina Faso or in Guinea? Have they been able to contain it as military leaders?
Analysts argue that if government leaders address the public's key concerns, then the armed forces may be discouraged from attempting takeovers.
If we are able to get ECOWAS, African Union and UN to promote democratic ideals, to ensure that there is no state capture or the capture of election management bodies, and there are credible elections. And of course, we cannot also rule out the factor of international or external interference in the affairs of African countries. Once those are not there, there will be no basis for you to have military coup.
In the wake of the coups in Mali, Burkina Faso and Guinea, regional bloc ECOWAS has pressured the military to hand over power.
In the case of Niger, ECOWAS had threatened to send troops if constitutional order was not restored within a week, and also imposed economic sanctions. But despite the expiry of the ultimatum, the Niger military junta has remained defiant. They have also got support from Burkina Faso, Guinea and Mali. ECOWAS leaders are expected to meet later this week in Abuja to decide if the bloc will intervene militarily in Niger, as earlier announced. Ajeck Mangut, CGTN, Abuja.